selling clothes, right? You're selling clothes to a group of people. It'll help you gain more revenue and it'll help you gain. We connected.
Weezy out of here. Weezy.
So that was good, y'all. I'm gonna be holding this the whole time. Second time I had to do this video. This video, obviously, as you can tell by the topic, it is ways to market your clothing brand. So I have 5 steps for y'all, 5 steps. And I know it's a lot of other videos out there that explains this. And so I'm gonna try my best not to go towards those like the same, everything, what everybody else says, but everybody's along the same track. You just follow the steps like for the best way of getting your brand out there. So a lot of these steps are similar, but I put my own little twist to it, so it's some uniqueness to the video. So the first step that I would say that I don't think many people talk about is to specify your target audience. So what do I mean by specify your target audience, right? So when you make your brand, you are selling clothes, right? You're selling clothes to a group of people. What you have to do is you have to know what group of people that you're selling your clothes to. Are they for women? Is it for men? Is it for kids? Is it for adults? What age range is it? The style of clothing, is it streetwear? Is it more like extra fashion or like high fashion? Is it designer type brand? Like you gotta know what type of genre your clothes is in. Like by doing that and specifying on who you're selling to, you'll be able to know your customers better and it'll help you with advertising because you can advertise directly to your target market instead of it going to like an 80-year-old granny that's looking for crock pots. So you gotta know who you're selling to, and by knowing that, it'll help you gain more revenue and it'll help you gain a stronger community because y'all already along the same track. See what I'm saying? So for example, we could say like take a brand like Gallery Department, right? It's a fashion streetwear brand. When you see somebody wearing it, they're high in the social status because you see people like Deshae Frost, DDG, and countless other influencers that have this brand on. So you automatically assume when you see somebody wearing it, then it's like, okay, they're along the same path, or they're along the same level. That's their target market. Their target audience is selling to that group of people, like the higher end influencers. They got some type of motion going on for them. So yeah, that's number one. The second thing I want to talk about is selling a lifestyle. So that's something that you want to keep in mind when you're advertising. When you're advertising, you don't want to just throw some clothes on the couch or something, throw some clothes on the floor, snap pictures of it, and expect people to give you like 80 million likes, because that's not gonna work. Take Nike, for example, right? Their whole thing is just do it. Originally, they were supposed to be like an athlete's brand or like a sports brand. So they have, that's like for basketball players, for tennis players, they have a baseball section. Like they have a whole, it's all in like the athletic department. Usually in their ads, you see that they have sort of action going on. Some sort of athletes, they're running, they either playing ball, they either doing whatever, right? At the end, it'll just have like a clip of their brand. It'll just have like Nike, or they'll be wearing Nike clothes and stuff. And when you're watching it, you're looking like, okay, say you run track and you're watching a Nike advertisement. Like, okay, I'm familiar with this, right? You're more compelled to stay on the advertising longer because you like, okay, I'm used to this, right? So she running track or whatever, she running, and they had a Nike logo there. You like, something about that Nike logo is helping her run fast, or something like that. So it's more relatable. It's selling a lifestyle, the athlete's lifestyle. Your attention is drawn more towards it. It's reaching their target audience. 3, make it relatable. So you always want to make your advertisements relatable, and that goes with anything. Like that goes with even just your brand designs. And I'm gonna have another video that talks about being relatable when it comes to like your designs and like all that. The advertisement level, you want to make it relatable. You are allowing people to have some sort of familiarity with your brand already. Brand owners, we always have to keep learning. We always have to study. We always have to do research from other brand owners that have been in the game longer. We have to have some sort of knowledge to, succeed in this brand owner lifestyle. By watching other people, you get some inspiration, you get some sort of knowledge as to how you should go about things. So if you make an advertisement that's similar to what people have seen before, but not too similar, because if it's too similar, then it's just gonna be recycling the same thing. It's gonna be just taking after what everybody else does. And that's not good, because you don't want your brand to seem just like a copycat brand. if you make an advertisement that's similar to what other brand owners have done to succeed and get high traction, you're bound to have the same amount of traction or a similar amount of traction because they've seen it before. So they're like, okay, let me see what he has different to it. Let me see what he has that separates himself from the other brands. Or point that out in the beginning of your video. On TikTok, people's attention span is extremely low. Like they can't go 0.3 seconds without swiping to the next video. So you have to have an attention grabber at the very beginning of your clip. TikTok, whether it's Instagram Reels, whatever, you have to have a big attention grabber at the beginning of your clip, because if not, it's just gonna swipe, swipe, swipe. And so number 4, right? You want to make your brand feel exclusive. So what does that mean, right? Making your brand feel exclusive. What did I say about the gallery department, right? They are selling to a specific target audience, and that target audience is higher up in the status. So it's higher up in the status of the social area. So not everybody is on there. So when you see somebody wearing it, it's like they're a part of this group, or they're a part of this exclusive group that you're not in. And that makes it seem more enticing. So you want to join that group, obviously. That's the same concept that you have to use with your brand. So my brand, Outside This Department, my whole mission is to encourage people to be creative and think outside the box to create solutions to the world's problems. So already, in the name, I'm already stepping outside the box instead of staying inside with everybody else. So when I say things like OTWU or On the Way Up, or when I say things like DFG, it's already oh yeah, DFG. Make sure y'all comment, subscribe on that. Yeah, comment OTWU in the bottom. But in the bottom. What? Oh yeah. But anyway, but yeah, when I say things like that, it's already exclusivity behind it, because you're outside where everybody else is inside. So even with that little thing, it's just little things that can just make a big drastic change with it. So when you have to keep that in mind when you're being exclusive, and we have to keep that in mind when you're promoting your brand, because you want people to feel like they're a part of something. You want to have some sort of relationship with your customers and with your community. That's why I'm doing this now, building your personal brand. That's another way of marketing, right? It's another way of marketing. You could use you could build up your personal brand. And since people are already familiar with you as a person, it's easier for them to be like, okay, let me purchase from his clothing brand because I know who he is already. Yeah, and that goes to my last one, right? Use your social media to your advantage. Use your social media not your brands. Use your social media to advantage. Instagram, your TikTok, your Facebook, your MySpace, whatever. When you're promoting, if you have everybody, I'm assuming you 16, 17, 18, or older, whatever. You have an Instagram. You gotta have an Instagram. If you don't, make one right now. But if you have an Instagram and you have a couple hundred to 1,000, maybe a few thousand followers on there, and you have a clothing brand that has 50 followers on there, why would you not post on your personal Instagram account? If you have an account that has a lot of followers on there, that's your personal, promote on there. Start promoting on there first. It's dumb to promote on a 50 follower account when you got a 1,000 one right here. You promote your things on there, and also that helps with building your personal brand because they're already connecting you back to your clothing brand. Come on. They have to know you somewhat because they follow you. Right? So if you posting on your story, right? You posting on your feed or whatever, right? And people are commenting, and people are sliding up and saying, hey, this tough, whose is this? Da, da, da. They already connecting you back with your brand. So that's already one way of advertising just by posting on your personal brand. I was only gonna do 5, but I'll do one more tip for y'all, because this is something that I had to get over with. So if you have a brand, if you have a clothing brand, you have to get out of your bubble. You have to get out of your bubble, because I know you either have to I know right now I never thought I would be doing YouTube. I used to be younger. I see my cousin do YouTube. I never thought I'd be doing YouTube, right? But I realized that to achieve the level of social status that I need, I have to make videos. I have to talk to the camera. I have to edit. I have to post. I have to talk to people. I have to build a connection with y'all. I got to tell y'all comment, subscribe, even though I hate doing that, right? I have to do all this stuff to achieve the social status that I want and to achieve the relationship that I want with my community. I can't just be designing clothes and posting them, expecting people to buy from somebody that they don't even know. So That's like, you have to jump out of your bubble. You have to get out of your bubble and start posting on YouTube, start posting on Instagram, start posting on TikTok. Even if people that know you's gonna see it, who cares, bro? Who cares, bro? It's not that deep. To be honest, they're probably not even thinking about you as much as you think they are. They probably not even thinking about you as much as they think they are. So forget about all them talking and just go post on YouTube, post and do and achieve the goals that you want to achieve. That's it, y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, all that. I said that like 3 times in this video. I'm on the street. All right, y'all. DFG4L. Hold on, DFG4L on the way up.